Hello everyone, welcome to Brain Hive Academy, your one-stop for innovative workspace. On today's section, we're going to talk about on the topic partial fraction. Under same fraction, we have partial fraction. Example, resolve resolve into partial fraction. That is 6x cubed plus 2x cubed plus 5x square minus 7 is all over 3x square minus 2x minus 1. That's what we're going to resolve. We're going to resolve this equation in partial fraction. But if you look at this equation have a 3-degree polynomial, that is cube, and the denominator also have a 2nd-degree polynomial in fraction. So what do you do? First of all, you need to resolve this equation. And how do you resolve the equation? You will apply the law of polynomial. Now, if you apply polynomial law or rules, we have this one. This numerator will be inside the square root, that is 6x cubed plus 5x square minus 7. While this denominator will be outside the square root, we have 3x square minus 2x minus 1. For this 6x cube, we are going to divide it by 3x square. So if we do that, let me show you. If you have 6x cube divided by 3x square, this one can cancel this one. We will have only one x. While this 6 here is 2, 3 here 1, 3 to 6 is 2. So we'll come back and have what? We have 2 times x, that is 2x. You use this 2x to multiply by 3x square, multiply by minus 2x, and multiply by minus 1. So if you do that, 2x multiplied by this 3x square will give us 6x cubed. Why? Law of indices. This is power of 1 and this power of 2. So when you multiply the power, you add the two powers, and if you add them, you have 3. 2x multiplied by minus 2x will give us minus 4x square. 2x multiplied by minus 1 will give you minus 2x. So you subtract 6x cubed minus 6x cubed will automatically give you 0. We have 0. 5x square minus 4x equal minus times minus is plus. 5 plus 4 will give you 9, and we have x square. There are 0x. We don't have x here, but so automatically we can call it 0x. So we have 0x here. So 0 minus 0x minus minus. So minus is what? Plus. So 0 plus 2 will give you plus 2x. And minus 7 minus 0 will give you minus 7. So we have 9x. We have 3x square. We have 9x square. So we can still divide. 9x square divided by, that is same thing as 9x square divided by 3x square. So this can cancel this. We have 9 over 3. 9 divided by 3 will give us what? 3. So we have plus 3. 3 times 3 will give us 9 times x square will give us x square. 3 times it will give us minus 6x. 3 times minus 1 give us minus 3. So you subtract 9x squared minus 9 automatically give us 0. 2x minus times minus is plus. 2 plus 6 is give us 8x. So we have 8x. Minus 7 minus is plus. So we have minus 7 plus, that is minus 7 plus 3 give us minus 4. So this is what we mean by quotient, this is what we mean by remainder, and this is what we mean by division, and this is what the dividends. Then we're going to resolve the equation. We have resolved the equation, so this becomes 6x3 raised to the power 3 plus 5x raised to the power 2 minus 7 over 3x raised to the power 2 minus 2x minus 1 will be equal to what? Now we have this as 2x plus 3, and we have, we have we have 8x minus 4 over this, that is 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. Then we're going to resolve again the denominator. We're going to simplify this denominator. If you look at this denominator, it looks like quadratic equation because it's second degree polynomial. So you resolve it. If you resolve it, we're going to have example. We're going to have resolve, that is factorize the denominator. So if you do that, that is the denominator is 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. Now we are going to use, because this one is not a perfect number, so we are going to use a discriminant method or try by error. So if we do that, we have a times c. This is a, this is b, and this is c. So we have 3x squared times minus 1 will give us minus 3x squared. So we're going to look for two numbers which the product will give us minus 3x squared, while the sum will give us minus 2x. So what number is that? That should be, for minus 3x squared, we have minus 3x and x. That is minus times plus is minus. 3 times 1 is 3. X times x is x squared. And also the sum, this sum will give us minus 2. So if you have minus 2x, that should be minus 3x plus x. So we are going to replace this particular minus 3x plus x. We are going to replace this as what? We're going to change minus 2x and replace it as minus 3x plus x. So if we do that, we have 3x squared minus 3x, let me write the word, replace minus 2x as minus 3x plus x. So if we do that into this equation, so we have 3x squared minus 3x plus x minus 1. So you what? You group. If you group, what's common is here? The common factor here is what? 3x. So what is the common factor? What do you mean by common factor? What they have in common? If you look at this bracket, what do they have in common? There is 3 here, there is 3 here, there is x here, there is 7. What they have in common is 3x. So we have 3x, you factor it out. The common factor, factor it out. So if 3x squared divided by 3x, 1x will remain, minus 3x divided by 3x is 1, right? 1. So if you look at it, what is the common? Is 1. 1 is the common, so you can say plus 1. X divided by 1 is x. Plus times minus is minus. And 1 divided by 1 is 1. So this is the what? The factors. And these ones are the cofactors. They look alike. So you take one of the cofactor, which is x minus 1, and take the factor, which is 3x plus 1. replace this answer back to this. So therefore we have 8x minus 4 over 3x square minus 2x minus 1 will be equal to 8x minus 4 over x minus 1 and 3x plus 1. Okay, if you can see the final, so this can still be equivalent. This is equivalent. 3 is equivalent. So if you watch the equation, we've resolved the numerator at 8x minus 4. But don't forget, in our quotient that we have 2x plus 3. Don't forget it. So if we do that for this, now we have 8x minus 4 over x minus 1 and 3x plus 1 will be equivalent. So we have a will be x minus 1 plus b will be 3x plus 1. Therefore, what do? We're going to find the LCM of x minus 1 and 3x plus 1. So if we do that, we should know that the LCM will be x minus 1 and 3x plus 1. So that should be the LCM. So if x minus 1 divided by that, if x minus 1 and 3 brackets, bracket open, x minus 1 bracket close, bracket open, 3x plus 1 bracket close, divided by x minus 1. So x minus 1 can cancel. What will remain is 3x plus 1. So this 3x plus 1 multiplied by this a, we have 3x plus 1 multiplied by a plus, if x minus 1 bracket close bracket open, 3x plus 1 divided by 3, you can see that 3x plus 1 will cancel, will remain x minus 1. So this x minus 1 multiplied by b will give us. So after resolving this, we have, after resolving the numerator, we have 8x minus 4, and the denominator we have bracket open, x minus 1 bracket close bracket open, 3x plus 1. So we're going to look for the LCM of x minus 1 and 3x plus 1. So if you do that, now we have x minus 1 and we have 3x plus 1. So if x minus 1 and 3x plus 1 divided by x minus 1, you can discover that x minus 1 can cancel x minus 1. So what will remain is 3x plus 1. So 3x plus 1 multiplied by the numerator a, we have 3x plus 1 multiplied by a plus, if this denominator here also divide by this 3x plus 1, discover that 3x plus 1 will cancel. What will be left is x minus 1. So multiply it by, so if you divide x minus 1 and 3x plus 1 divided by 3x plus 1, you discover that 3x plus 1 will cancel 3x plus 1. So what will be left is x minus 1. So multiply it by the numerator b, that is x minus 1 multiplied by b. So by equivalent, you can see that this one and this one, they are the same. So since they are the same, you can cancel this and cancel this because the equivalent denominators are the same. So we can do what? Can cancel. While we have 8x minus 4 equivalent, that is this numerator, 3x plus 1 a plus x minus 1 b. So what do? We're going to open this bracket. By you open this bracket, that's your left hand side, while my right hand side. So I'm going to open the bracket. So if I do that, I'll have 8x minus 4 equivalent, a times c will give you 3ax, a times c will give you a plus b times c will give you bx, b times will give you minus b. So this is our what? Our x, and this is our, so what do? We're going to compare by comparison of x, the right hand side of my right hand side and the left hand side, we are going to do the comparison. So if we do that, now we have 3a, so we have 3a by comparison. By comparison, we have 3a comparison of left hand side and right hand side. So we have 3a plus b, for that is for x. Now if we go to our left hand side, where is the x? What is the coefficient of that x? It's 8. So it become what? 8, and call that equation 1. Also we have a and minus b. So we have a and minus b. For the constant, that is constant, it does not have x, so it's automatically constant. So for the constant, what do you have here by your left hand side? That is minus 4. So it's equals to minus 4. Call this what? Equation 2. Now this equation will automatically turn back to what? A simultaneous equation. So we are going to solve this equation simultaneously. So solving simultaneously, we're going to use, there are methods of solving simultaneous equation, but I'm going to use elimination method. We have substitution method, we also have elimination, but I'm going to use elimination method. So if I use elimination method, I want to eliminate this my a. That's what I want to eliminate. I want to eliminate the a. So we are going to have times the coefficient of a in equation 2, which is 1, times it by 1, and times the coefficient of a in equation 1 by equation 2, that is 3. So we have 1 times 3 give us 3a. 1 times b give us b. 1 times 8 give us 8. 3 times a give us 3a. 3 times b give us minus 3b, and 3 times 4 give us minus 12. So we subtract 3a minus 3a will give you 0. Then we have b minus minus, that is plus, become 4b is equals to 8 minus minus is what? Plus. 8 plus that is 12, that is what? 20. So it divides both sides by 4. 4 is the coefficient of what? B. So therefore we have 4b over 4 will be equal to 20 over 4. Therefore 4 can cancel 4. We have b is equal to 20 divided by 4 is 5. Is 5. So we're going to substitute b, that is 5, into equation what? Equation 1. That is equation 1. That is 3a plus b is equals to 8. So whenever you see b, replace it as what? 5. That's what we mean. So therefore we have 3a plus 5 is equals to 8. We have 3a, okay, that have turned back to equation. That's the linear equation. So you collect like terms. So if you do that, we have 3a equals to 8. Moving this 5 to meet 8 is a positive. When it crosses the equality sign, becomes negative, so it becomes minus 5. So 3a is equals to 8 minus 5 give you 3. You divide both sides by 3, which is the coefficient of a. So we have 3a over 3 is equals to 3 over 3. So 3 can cancel 3. A with 3 can also cancel, which is 1. A is what? 1. Therefore, we are going to replace a and b as a is 1 and b is what? is 5. But don't forget, when we are using polynomial to resolve that equation, the quotient, what do? We write down the quotient, whereby we have the equation is, all right, we call our equation where therefore our a is equals to 1, while our b is equals to 5. Now recall from our equation that our equation is 6x cubed plus 5x square minus 7 is all over 3x square minus 2x minus 1. Will now be the quotient, which is 2x plus 3. That is our quotient. Why our a is what? Is 1. This, which is 1 over x minus, that's 1 over x minus 1, plus b is 5 over 3x plus 1. So this becomes what? The answer to this equation by partial fraction. Although it's long, but it's simple. Don't forget to follow the steps. I gave you the steps. Follow the steps serially. You will understand that partial fraction is one of the simplest. No matter the longevity of it, is simple. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Thank you.